Welcome to Hitman Box, and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. So I'm on Kell Brook's official Twitter page, and he had the following to say: all that work just to give it up, never ducked the challenge in my life, here to give the fans what they want, at Errol Spence Jr., you are next. Kell Brook's statement via his official Twitter page. So, we knew these guys were in negotiations, or have been in negotiations for some time. Last Tuesday, the purse bid was scheduled. Both sides requested an extension so that they could get this fight made. So the more and more I look at it, it looks like this fight's actually going to be made. And it's going to be made in the UK, which is fine. You know, both guys stand to make, or at least Kell Brook stands to make a good sum of money. Not sure what Spence is going to be making, but Spence has something much greater to fight for here, because by beating Kell Brook, he really makes a statement in the welterweight division if he can beat Kell Brook, which I think he will beat. In fact, I think he's going to stop Kell Brook. Just my opinion. And, you know, when they do fight, if he does win, you know, the rest of the welterweight division, be warned. You can never say that he has never fought anybody after this point. Now, if Kell Brook ends up beating Errol Spence, then this is a big win for Kell Brook. He will have stopped the hype train of Errol Spence, right? And will probably be even more so ducked than he was before. Because, I mean, this is another body on his resume at 147. You know, a lot of people felt that Kell Brook moving up to 160 and fighting Triple G was some act of heroism, but no, I don't see it that way. He was there to get a paycheck. He sold his O. That's all he did. And, you know, he's saying he can't make weight and all this bullshit. But it looks like you're going to be making weight. And you know what? If Kell Brook loses this fight, I'm not trying to hear the excuses. I'm not trying to hear that he was weight drained. I'm not trying to hear that, you know, he's coming off a brutal loss against Triple G. No fucking excuses for either of these guys. You know what I mean? If Errol Spence loses, I ain't going to be no fucking saying he was a hype job. He got his ass whooped. That's why he lost. So I'm going to call it straight down the fucking middle. You know, we've been waiting for this fight, and it seems like Kell Brook has been ducking Errol Spence for the longest time. I mean, he knew Errol Spence was coming for that belt. What, a year and a half ago we've been talking about this shit? When I first started my fucking channel, I was talking about this like a year ago. So, you know, don't give me that shit where you need fucking extensions after extension because you're fucking broke fucking face. You know, I don't give a fuck about your broke fucking face. You know, you moved up to 160, you know, when you got welterweights you could have fought. You know what I'm saying? That's on you, bruh. You know, you got your little payday, but you know, I'm sick of this Kell Brook character. You know, Spence is gonna whoop his ass, in my opinion. So, anyway, you know, we'll talk about some other shit. I mean, you know, this is good news for the fight that Kell Brook is finally posting some relevant shit on his Twitter regarding the fight with Spence. Yeah, what has Spence done in the welterweight division? Nothing. All he's done is fight opponents so that he can become the mandatory for Kell Brook's fucking title. That's what he's been fucking doing. Yeah, so he's trying to get that name on his resume, just like everyone else does when they're coming up the ranks, fighting opponents, trying to get a good name on their resume. At one point, Kell Brook was in the same situation. He got who on his fucking resume? Sean Porter. Good job. But who did he fight after Sean Porter? Not a damn person after Sean Porter. He's been holding that belt hostage in the UK for fucking years, man. So I'm glad he finally manned up, you know, and took this fight. This motherfucker got a fucking shitty list, man. You know, every time I hear Kell Brook talk, man, it made me want to slap this motherfucker up, man. Yeah, I said that shit. I don't give a fuck. He's a fucking midget compared to me, man. I ain't worried about these motherfuckers, man. This motherfucker going, you know, he can't come to the U.S., man. He over there in the U.K., he gonna stay over there because he can't afford that motherfucking plane ticket to the United States, man. That motherfucker barely got back to the UK when he came over here, you know, supporting James DeGale, man. That motherfucker have enough money for 2 tickets, man. He only had one way, man. This motherfucker had to hop on a boat. He had to hop on a motherfucking ferry back to the UK, man. Shit. You know? That's why he want the money so bad. That's why he's trying to make these fights with Pacquiao. The Pacquiao don't want to fight him. He's trying to make a fight with Amir Khan. Amir Khan ain't trying to fight him. So what the fuck you gonna do? You gonna fight me mandatory, just like you always fight your mandatory, okay? I'm sick of this bullshit, man. I want to see this fucking fight. Everybody else wants to see this fight, all right? So you better hope you win this fucking fight or you done. Your fucking career is over. 2 losses in a row, you're not bouncing back from that. I don't care how many fucking batches of chocolate brownies you fucking make. You're not coming back from another loss, all right? It's simple. You ain't gonna move up to 154 because that's dumb as fuck. Ain't no big money fights up there. So you gotta go through Spence. You go through Spence and you good. Trust me, you good in my book if you beat Errol Spence. And I ain't gonna be saying shit else bad about you unless you keep cherry picking opponents like you've been doing for the past 2.5 years, fighting mandatories, fighting bum fucking fighter. That's what the fuck you are. So hey, Kell Brook, props to you if this fight gets made. And, you know, good luck to both of these competitors. You know I got Errol Spence winning the fight. But Errol Spence hasn't done anything. What has Errol Spence done? Well, I'll tell you what he's about to do. He's about to beat the fuck out of Kell Brook. Man down, Hitman boxing, drop a comment. I'm out this bitch.